In this video, we're going to take a look at how we can order by with an offset and the fetch to return a range of rows. If we go ahead and start with our normal query, so this is going to be from our dbo.employees table. If we run this, this is what we have as far as our normal things. If we go ahead and we can put in some type of an order by, maybe this is going to be by last name, comma first name. You might want to indicate that we want to retrieve a certain number of rows. Now, if we just want to retrieve the first 3 rows, we can do something like off set 0 rows, followed by fetch first 5 rows only. If I execute this, this is just going to bring back the first 5 rows. If I decide that I want to go ahead and maybe do, if I look at this, I can see how many rows I have out here. I have 9 rows. Maybe if I want to start with an offset of 3, and in this case only return the next 3 rows, I can do that. So if I start with 3, I can return 3. So then if we do this, you can see that it's going to return to us employee ID 9, 2, and 7. So in this way we can kind of go through and return a particular range of rows. Now, if we switch over to SQL Developer, recall that I said in the past when we were talking about top N, and we were able to return the first 5 rows using that top N, and there was no other type of function that was available. Within Oracle, we can add a condition to our where statement that would only return like 5 rows if we wanted that to happen. So if we take a look at how many rows that we have in our orders, just going to use the shortcut here. We can see that we have more than like 10 rows. If I decide that I want to return only the first 5 rows, I can use my ROWNUM, which is available in Oracle, and I can specify that I want ROWNUM less than 6, which should return 5 rows. If I execute that, it's going to give me the first 5 rows from that table that it reads. If I decide that I want to order my table and use a version of the fetch, I can do that as well. So if I change my where statement to an order by, and in this case we're going to essentially use kind of the same order by condition. This is going to be the store ID that was ascending, and then we were using the date portion. This time we're going to use the whole entire timestamp and do this in descending order. And we want to fetch the first 5 rows only. Now, in Oracle, we don't have to specify an offset of 0 rows. We can just do a fetch first 5 rows only. If we execute that, and it pretty much should return to us the first 5 rows based on our ordered data condition. If I decide that I want to do something where I have an offset of rows and then I want to fetch a number of rows after that, I'm going to add the offset of maybe 5 rows, and then instead of doing the fetch first like we were doing with SQL Server, we have to do fetch next 5 rows only, and then this should get us the next 5 rows after that initial 5 rows. So we should be thinking along the lines of, if we had a web page that was paging, this could be used for that type of methodology. So similar, but there are a few subtle differences in the offset and the fetch for Oracle.